This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines. Governor Ron DeSantis' administration sent plainclothes law enforcement officers to Floridians' homes who signed a petition supporting the abortion rights amendment that will be on November's ballot. WMNF's Sean Canan has more.
At least 2 Lee County residents were visited by law enforcement to ask about their signatures on petition forms. The Tampa Bay Times reports the DeSantis administration is inspecting thousands of already verified and validated petitions for Amendment 4. The amendment would overturn Florida's 6-week abortion ban by proposing to protect abortion access. Since last week, DeSantis' Secretary of State has ordered elections supervisors in at least 4 counties to send to Tallahassee tens of thousands of petition forms that were already determined to have been signed by real people. One longtime supervisor of elections said the request was unprecedented. In the past, potential fraud was investigated by the state asking for rejected petitions, but that did not happen this time. Democratic Florida lawmakers have questioned whether another action by the state government violates the law. One state agency that reports to DeSantis launched a website that advocates against Amendment 4. Sean Canan, WMNF News.
Governor Ron DeSantis' administration has released documents about the former Florida Department of Environmental Protection employee who leaked information about plans for developments at state parks. WCJB, a television station in Gainesville, reports James Gaddis was forced to resign from the Agency for Healthcare Administration 2 years ago after being accused of stalking a coworker he had a romantic relationship with. An unknown source from the agency provided the documents to the media without being asked. The Tampa Bay Times reports this isn't the first time the DeSantis administration has released damaging information from an employee's personnel file who went against them. Florida schools are reconsidering what science textbooks will go into classrooms. WMNF's Chris Young tells us about the review process in Pasco County.
All elementary and middle school science courses will have new textbooks up for consideration. Same goes for high school courses, including biology and environmental science. The county is putting together a team of district staff and parents to review the materials over 2 months. Some schools in the district sent an email to parents informing them about the proposed changes. But Director for Office of Leading and Learning, Samantha Del Valle, says the teams have historically had low parent turnout.
We haven't had a large outpour of parents who have wanted to be part of it, or maybe just didn't know about it, so we're trying to get out in a lot of different ways.
The move comes as Governor Ron DeSantis sought to crack down on, quote, woke ideology in schools over the past years. Del Valle says there are multiple ways for parents to make their voice heard through this process, including public comment before and after school board approval. But once the consideration and reconsideration period is over, the materials cannot be re-reviewed.
And we have login information posted during the public hearing period where parents can access the materials and then come to a public hearing and voice their concern or their excitement or whatever it might be about those materials before it goes to final school board approval.
Parents that want to get involved should contact their school administration. Chris Young, WMNF News.
September is Suicide Prevention Month, and the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay is raising awareness about services available for people who are struggling. Last month, the Crisis Center fielded over 1,200 suicide calls. That's about 41 a day. President and CEO Clara Reynolds says suicide is the second leading cause of death in many categories, but is the only one that is 100% preventable. She says when people try an intervention on their own, they usually get a similar response.
At 99% of the time, you'll get the, oh, no, I'm fine.
But about a third of callers are a worried family member or friend who calls on behalf of an individual.
And what we have found is that when that family member pushes back and says, you know what, I know what fine looks like for you, and this isn't it.
Reynolds says only about a third of people are suicidal at the moment they call. Crisis Center counselors stay on the line with someone as long as it takes and offer services and resources at the end of each call. If you or someone you know has thoughts of suicide, you can dial 988 to reach the National Suicide Hotline. You'll be connected to a trained professional ready to provide de-escalation and intervention techniques. The National Weather Service says the rain is not letting up. Today and tonight, expect showers and thunderstorms. Your high is near 90 and your overnight low around 75. And those showers and thunderstorms will continue throughout the week. I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.